damn, I would do me so hard. And then I'll look in the mirror and my boner will be scared. Gather round, children. Kate's about to tell you another hilarious story of my misfortune. The story I'm about to tell you, none of you will probably know or would have picked on, simply because only my closer friends have actually been told about this. Because when it first happened, I didn't really want to spread it around that much, if I'm honest. So, yeah. But no, as you can see by the title of the video, I was attacked by a catfish. Yep. That happened to me. Great. And before you guys blow it out of proportion and say something like a 42-year-old man called Steve, I nearly said Steven. Sorry, Steven. 42-year-old man called Steve stabbed me, which did not happen. Frankly, the complete opposite of that happened, and yet it was still probably a very, it wasn't even probably, it was an awkward experience that I don't really want to relive. So being the sexually frustrated teenager that I am, I decided recently that, you know what, it's time to, I want to say put myself out there, but that sounds a bit weird in my head for some reason. I decided that I was going to go out and I was going to try and get to know some new people. And the way I did it probably wasn't the best. And I probably deserve what happened to me for being so stupid. But oh well, I'll regret it when I'm dead, which probably won't be too long if I carry on the way I'm going. And no, I'm not going to name any names whatsoever, just because, one, I know this person will not watch this video anyway because they are blocked on every single social media platform in existence from me. But also because I don't want anyone to like, just, I don't know, react in a weird way. So I'm just going to keep it as censored as possible in that sense. So basically what happened was there was a person that I met and we went out the first time and went to this pub because basically they lived very close to me anyway. And I was like, you know what? I'm forever alone. Fuck it. I'm going to try this out. So we met for the first time in this pub, you know, had a few drinks, this, that, and the other. And the first thing that that clicked in my head, one, I'd been sat waiting for them. But no, like I said before, well, carrying on from what I was saying, I turned up. I'd been waiting there for 2 hours already. This person was extremely late. Not a very good first impression, if I do say so myself. I'm sorry, but if I'm trying to impress someone, I'm not gonna turn up 2 hours late. Is that just me? Am I just, you know, the 1% of people who do that? Or no, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that, but this person clearly didn't give a fuck. So after being sat there alone for a full 2 hours, pretty much, in a bar, sat at a table by myself with a drink in front of me, looking like even more single than I already am. This person then turned up, and the first, like I was carrying on from what I was saying before, the first thing did I just randomly hit mark someone? First thing that I noticed was they looked nothing like the photos that I had seen. And when I say nothing like, it was definitely still the same person. But, you know, if you sign a contract saying one thing and you get something else, it's, not sure how I feel about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I know for a fact that a lot of people look very different in photos. I look very different in photos. Like, I can take a picture and be like, damn, I would do me so hard. And then I'll look in the mirror and my boner will be scared. Try and put it in perspective. This person could have been the person on their photo's child. That is how young they look. Pictures, 25. Real life, 11. My boner was confused. Very confused. Like, don't get me wrong, I knew this person was younger than people I'd usually chat to anyway. I don't know how to explain it. I usually find more people not the same age as me more approachable and attractive, and yeah. But I took a chance with this one. I was like, you know, I'm gonna give this person a chance and just see what happens. But the first time I met up with them, it was perfectly fine. You know, like I said, they did look a lot different, but I didn't want to be too judgmental, and I was like, you know what, fine, you know, whatever, I'll still give this person a chance. You know, they could be really nice. My boner's confused, but I can work on it. And that's when all the weirdness started to happen. So yeah. I can't tell if someone is classed as a catfish looking like a completely different age to what they look like. I'm sorry, but like, I kind of do count it as being kind of catfish. Like, I'm sorry, but if I went to like an event and I looked 4 years old in person, which I've been told I don't, so don't worry. If I looked like I was 4 years old, I would be very acceptant of people avoiding me, because it's a bit weird to get your head around when someone looks half their age in person. I keep nearly saying things that would give away like personal things about this story, so I'm just gonna shush. So like I said, the first time it went fine. You know, I could only stay for a couple of hours anyway because this person was 2 hours late in the first place, which really fucked me off in the first place. I like effort. A little bit of effort is appreciated. So, you know, I got home and I was like, you know what? Right, fine. It didn't go, well, it went okay. It was a bit awkward, but, oh, connection. It was a little bit awkward, but what can you expect from like first dates? Count it as that. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because it makes me sound like I'm not 100% alone. But that night, that's when it all started going a bit weird, and it kind of led to the day after, where, you know what, you can keep on watching and I will explain what happened. So apparently what happened was this person had gone home, got shit-faced drunk, and was talking to me, which I'm fine with, whatever. You do you. If you want to have a drink and chat, I don't mind. I talk to people when I'm leathered out my fucking head. It's fun. The one thing I don't do is start freaking out with them and ridiculing them for things they haven't done, especially if I've only known them for 3 days. How can you accuse someone of cheating on you when you've known them for 3 days and you aren't even with them? I am as confused as all of you are. So that didn't go down very well that night, and at the end of the night, it got to about 3 in the morning, and I just like, you know, listen, fuck off. I need to sleep. I need to sleep before I rip your head off your shoulders, because I was this close from losing my mind at this person, but I had to accept the fact that they were wasted out their head. Whatever, I can be the bigger person, and I got over it. Whatever, fine. So then we agreed to meet up the next day. This is where it gets interesting, and not in the way that you'd expect. Unfortunately, I am kidding. I wouldn't have touched that with a long stick. I know I'm a dick. So basically, the plan was they were going to come to my house and we were going to, you know, just chill out and watch a film. Netflix and chill. When this person turned up, it was awkward again. Yet again, understandable, whatever. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm going to make an effort to not be awkward and to actually make conversation, because that's what you do when you're trying to, like, you know, get to know someone. You have to actually speak, use your words. It's a big part of it. But, you know, whatever, you do you. Like I said, I walked down the road to a pub and picked them up from there. We walked back together, fair enough, this, that, and the other, chatting and stuff. So at first, you know what, I was like, okay, I take back what I said about this person. They are going to make an effort. And admittedly, they looked pretty good. I'll give them that. They look pretty good. I was like, you know what? I can work with this. I can work with this. This'll do. No, I don't mean it like that. I'm not that much of a dick. We got to my house, came into my room. No, this isn't going to go the way that most of my male viewers are probably wanting it to go. So, you know, I put a film on, being the nice host that I am. I put a film that they wanted to watch on. I lay down on my bed. Well, lay down on my bed and went, take me. No, hardly. It couldn't get more opposite of that if you tried. Yet again, I 100% respect the fact that the first few times of seeing someone is awkward and it's quite, yeah, you can be shy. And I do understand that. I didn't expect for fucking sparks to start flying and 50 Shades of Grey theme tune to start playing in the background. I didn't expect that, nor did would I have probably appreciated that, in all honesty. I'm not as confident as a lot of people assume I am. I'm really not. I'm a massive pussy. Too soft. But then I first noticed something was going a little bit funny when all they were doing was sitting on their phone. And no, I was not staring at their phone, but when there's a bright yellow thing next to me that they haven't clicked off, you can see it out the corner of your eye. You don't have to stare at someone's phone to know that they're a notepad. It's yellow. It's bright yellow, and the room was dark. All you could see was yellow. So, like I said, sometimes people use that as like a way to not feel as uncomfortable or shy, so I wasn't too arsed by that. But because I pulled my phone out, and I was on my phone, I was chatting to my friends, telling them how it was going, telling them I wanted to kill myself, stuff like that. But no, this person, like I said, no sparks, didn't expect him, wouldn't have appreciated him if I'm quite honest. They sat as far away from me as humanly possible and didn't say a thing. I'm sorry, but if someone invited me to their house and let me stay in their home and let me watch what I wanted to watch, just out of the decency of their heart, even if it's awkward, even if they don't know me that well, that is, you know, to me, that's effort. And I appreciate that. The least you can do is try and speak, you know, these things that come out of your mouth, they're called words, they're quite important. So they sat on the other side of my bed, literally just right behind me, in practically pitch black, sat there typing on notes, and that was literally it for 2 hours. So basically, I went downstairs, and because I felt awkward as shit, I went outside to speak to my mum. I just told her that I didn't really feel it. I'd probably tell them that I'm not interested, because I really just wasn't. Nah. I'd gone in with an open mind, and I was about to make a joke then, and it would have been gross. I'm sorry. Went in with an open mind, came out with closed legs. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry. Came back upstairs again, and this person they were sat on my bed with their head between their knees, not talking, not moving, not saying a thing. They didn't look at me when I walked back in the room. Nothing whatsoever. So obviously, the first thing I thought was, shit, something's happened, you know. What's happened? Have I done something? Has someone said something to them? Are they upset? Are they crying? So I just went over and was like, you know, are you okay? Has something happened? And I got ignored. So I left it a couple of seconds and I asked again, you know, is everything okay? Have I done something? You know, has someone said something? Are you upset? What's wrong? Got ignored again. So I left it a couple of minutes again, asked for a third time, and a fourth, and a fifth, if I'm honest, and I still got ignored, so I fucking gave up and sat there and watched the rest of the film. And then, it was probably quite rude of me to say, but I had to say it. I asked what time they were getting picked up, because I was fed up at that point. I'm sorry, but I can take to a limit, like, someone turning up late. I can take to a limit someone being on the phone constantly. I can kind of take someone not speaking to me that much, because they might be embarrassed or shy or whatever. But you do not ignore someone blatantly in their house for no reason whatsoever. Like, there was no reason behind it. None that I could ever pick up on. I went downstairs, spoke to my mum, and came back upstairs again. It's not like I abandoned them for an hour, which I kind of wanted to do at that point, if I'm quite honest. The first time of meeting someone for me is a big thing. Like, I want to say I'm not judgmental, but I can tell if I'm going to get along with someone pretty quickly. And this was just, it was nah. I couldn't even get along with this person as a friend, never mind anything else, that's all I'm saying. It was their fucking idea to come to my house in the first place, so it's not my fault if it was awkward for their being sat in my room. It was their idea, and I said yeah. But this is where it gets juicy. So we ended up, you know, being sat there for quite a while, and they kept saying to me, oh, you've been on your phone constantly. You're talking to someone else. And I was like, no, I'm not. Because I actually wasn't. Or I'd admit it right now. If I'm speaking to someone, I cut off everyone else. It's, you know, all my focus goes on to one person. I'm not like that. So they started kicking off at me, saying I was talking to someone else, and there is a lot of people there. Fuck. And this is where all the sparks really flew. And by sparks, I mean they threw a fucking bottle at my head. I'm not the most romantic person in the world, but that is not something I'd really do to try and, you know, seduce someone. And I remind you, this person had repeatedly said how amazing they thought I was, and how much they liked me, and how much they wanted to be with me. And I don't know if I believe him. If you like someone, you don't act the way that this person acted. That's why I was so thrown off. So we sat there for a while and they kept quizzing me over and over. Might I remind you, I've known this person for 3 days and seen them once before, so early days. And they asked me if I wanted to be with them, and I said, I don't think I'm ready. I literally said, it's too soon. I don't feel comfortable jumping into anything right now. Said, we've barely been getting along at all, you know. Maybe give it some time and see how it goes, but right now, no, I don't want to. And at first, they were like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then it got a bit sour. Their parent never came to pick them up, so we were sat there in the back of this bar outside in the pitch black for about 3 hours. I missed my food for the night. I missed my food for this person. I missed food for this person. I practically took a bullet for them. But they started getting really upset and really annoyed, and me being kinda, you know, my boner's back inside my own body right now, like a turtle going back in its shell. I wasn't too sympathetic with someone getting all wound up and upset with me basically telling him to do one. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a sensitive person, but I was just not having it at this point. I was done. I wanted to get out of there straight away. The only reason I didn't leave is because I would have felt too mean. I'm not going to leave someone who's crying on their own in the dark in an unfamiliar town. I'm not going to stoop that low no matter what they've done to me. But yeah, they asked me again. Well, to be honest, when I first said no and I wanted to wait maybe a bit longer and see how it goes, in other words, it was a no. But I didn't want to sound like I was being too mean. And at first he agreed. And after they had a mini breakdown, for a reason I don't know, they basically asked me again, and I said, I can't deal with this right now, because I couldn't. I told you my answer. I'm not going to sit here while you sob and cry. I'm not going to get with someone because I feel sorry for them. And frankly, I wouldn't want someone to get with me because they felt sorry for me. I'd want them to get with me because they like me, not because they felt bad for me. And that's when it happened. Basically, I told him that I wasn't interested. I said, listen, maybe it's just best if we just, you know, maybe be friends. And even then I was kind of like, I don't really want this person to be my friend either. Clearly don't get along. Cried more, and then I had a bottle hurled at the top of my head while he screamed, no one gives a fuck about me. If someone throws anything at you with force, it's going to hurt, and this person hurtled this thing at my head. Luckily it didn't end up hitting me, and I was just kind of sat there like, what the fuck just happened? I ended up getting all sorts of abusive messages off this person afterwards because they stormed off. And I was done by that point. I just let him walk away. I just couldn't be arsed anymore. And that was the end of the nutter. And the first actual date kind of thing I've ever been on. Safe to say, hopefully I don't have one like it again anytime soon, because next time I might not be able to matrix a fucking bottle. Personally, I think I handled the situation okay. I basically told them in the nicest way possible I was not interested, simply because I didn't know them well enough, and they took it the very wrong way. I'm really glad that ball didn't hit me. That would have been really bad if that had hit me. Whoa, that was a close one. God, you do choose him, Kate. You do choose him.